In this video, we are going to be discussing optimism. And optimism is a discipline of the mind that you must have in order to move forward and to be productive in your everyday life and business. Now, it isn't pie in the sky and it isn't mystical to believe that good things are coming and to see the effect of that belief in your business. You must be actively believing that your efforts will lead to something good in your business or your vocation, or the fact of the matter is that you simply will not work as hard as you need to, you will not work as efficiently as you need to, and you will not work as effectively as you need to. Optimism is vital for your productivity. Now, in order to have optimism, there are some things that you need to have in place on a regular basis. One of those things is having the right sight. Now, what does it mean to have the right sight? You must be able to look at every situation and understand it to be a positive movement toward your goal. You need to be able to look at even your setbacks as being positive, as being central to your development. Looking at life and looking at the things that happen to you in your business negatively can cause you to give up before you actually get to the point where you can work through and test to have success. The right sight is necessary. You must have the viewpoint that things are happening and they will eventually lead to good things in your business and good things in your vocation, even if you're not at the point where your work is really reaching those good things and it's not really happening yet. You must still hang to the point where you believe that that work will lead to something good. Now, the other thing you want to do in terms of maintaining optimism is to make sure that you have the right surroundings. Now, what does that mean? It means that you want to make sure that you're working in an area that is supporting you. In other words, everything that you can do on a positive end to encourage you to be productive, to encourage you to feel optimistic about your future. Whether that is making sure that you've got music, making sure that you are watching movies that give you encouragement, or books, or anything that gives you inspiration, you want to make sure that you keep feeding yourself these things. Why? Because they will continue to give you ideas and they will give you the incentive that you need to continue to work around problems and to see your way around things that will be difficult, as opposed to seeing them as things that will keep you from moving forward. This is important to maintain in order to be productive. You'll also want to make sure that you have the right standard. The right standard. Now, you might say, now, what does that mean to have the right standard? Well, having the right standard is making sure that you have goals and plans and tasks that are realistic. In other words, you don't want to set a standard that you can't reach. You don't want to set a standard that's murky. Now, we talked about goals that are smart P. We talked about goals that are relevant and measurable. You want to make sure that this is something you are working toward that is attainable, because this will continue to feed your sense of optimism about what it is that you are going to tackle. All of these things will help you to win the inner victory and to keep you working hard on what it is that you have to do. Now, in addition to having the right standard, you're going to want to have the right solution. Now, what is the right solution? Well, that is making sure that you keep working past difficulties. And what is the right solution? Well, the right solution is one that you keep trying until it moves you forward. You're not always going to have your ideas work. You're not always going to have your plans work out. You need to have solution after solution, continue to applying yourself, continue to testing things to make sure that it moves you forward. The right solution isn't always going to be the first thing that you try. It isn't going to always be the first thing that comes to mind. It's going to be the thing that actually moves you forward. You should always have a plan B. And if a plan B doesn't work, you must continue to apply yourself, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving. Remember, we talked about this earlier in a video, that the obstacle is not the thing that keeps you from moving forward. The obstacle often is the way. It is your way forward. Now, you'll also need to make sure that you have the right support. And that means that you want to have people around you who are going to help you to move forward, who are going to believe in what you're talking about. And you don't need to have yes men around you. You don't need to have people who are going to sign off on everything that you say, but you need to have supportive people. You need to have people who are going to believe in what you're trying to do, no matter how crazy it sounds. Now, of course, you'll need to have people who can offer constructive criticism, but at their core, they believe in what you're trying to do. They are optimistic about your opportunities and about your chances, and you need to fill your lives with these people, as opposed to people who believe that maybe if you are involved in internet marketing, people who just don't understand and just can't fathom what it is you're doing. You got to make sure that you surround yourself with people who are going to help you to move forward. Well, to conclude, optimism is very important, because if you are optimistic about your chances in the future, you will continue to work past difficulties. You will continue to work hard until you reach those things that you are set out to in terms of your goals. So you need to have the right sight. You need to have the right sight. You need to have the right surroundings, and making sure that you have things that are contributing to your environment. You need to have the right standards, your goals, and your plans. They are realistic. You need to have the right solution, which is the only plan that actually works. You keep applying solutions until they work, and you need to have the right support. Having the people around you who can give you the kind of support that you need, continue to move you forward in your dream or vision. So now, what is the internal action step that you need to take? If you have not, or if you don't have a sense of optimism about your future, walk through this list. Walk through the list. Do you have the right people around you? Are you talking to the right people? Do you have solutions that you continue to try when you hit a roadblock? Are your goals, your tasks, your dreams, your visions on a daily basis, are they reachable? Are they attainable? Do you have the right surroundings? Does your surroundings, does your environment contribute to your sense that good things are coming in the future? And do you have the right sight? Are you looking at your situation as one that is doable? Are you looking at things in a positive manner? Are you looking at things that you believe that can actually be solved? Optimism is valuable if you are going to be productive on a daily basis. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.